Hi everyone, my name is Mahmoud Sheikh and from past few videos I have been working on developing an online budget system using PHP and MySQL database. In my last video I completed the functionality of allocating budget where admin select the department to whom the budget is to be allocated, and then admin will enter the budget, and once the admin click on allocate budget, that budget gets allocated to that particular department. Now the next feature which we will be going to see is add employee to department. So before starting discussion on developing this feature, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let us start our discussion on developing the feature of adding employees to various departments. Okay, so far we have created 6 departments and we have assigned employees to those departments as well. Okay, so this is my already developed application. So now let's come to the current application which we are working right now. Okay, so these are few departments and the department heads. Now we need to add employees in these departments. So far I have added only one employee in finance department. Now first I will add an employee in each and every of these departments, then we will come back to start developing this feature. Okay, so let's log out and then come to our register page, and I have added Scarlett. Now I will add Eric. Now I will select normal employee and I will register. Next I will go back. Okay, now this is the last employee which I am registering. Okay, now let's go to our database and now let's click on users table. Now you can see these are the employees which has the user role ID as 3. Here there are 5 employees and here at the top I have the 6th employee. These employee I need to assign to various departments. So now let's come to our editor, and here you can see I have a file with the name as add department emp php file, and now we need to create a panel and a header with a name as add employee to department, and then we need to create a panel body. Next 6 column div. Let's save it and let's refresh. Let's first log in. Okay, now I will go to employee, add employee to department. Now let's create a form with the method attribute set to post and action attribute set to add department emp file. Next I will create a form group to display a select drop down where I want to display various employees which just now I have added. Now I need to get those normal employees and display those employees inside the drop down. So to get those employees from the database, I need to write an SQL query which will select those employees based on their user role ID. So whoever user will have the user role ID 3, that means he or she is a normal employee, and I want only those employees whose user role ID is 3. Next I will execute that query. Then I will check if it returns me some rows, then I will iterate over those rows using a while loop, and then I will display the user ID information, and I will assign that user ID information to value attribute of this option, and I will display the username here. Okay, otherwise I will display no user found message. Save it and let's refresh. Now you can see select employee drop down with these users which just now we have added. Similarly I want to get the departments list as well. Okay, so to create the department drop down, we need to again create a form group, and we need to create a select drop down again. Okay, and I have given it a name as department ID, and I have given a name to this employee drop down as user ID. Okay, next I need to write an SQL query which will select the department from the table, from department table, and then I'm executing that query. Then I will check whether this query select me some data. If it returns me some data, then I will iterate over those rows using the while loop, and then I will display the department ID and department name piece of information inside the drop down. Otherwise I will display no department found message. Now let's refresh the page, and you can see I have all the departments loaded inside this drop down. Now I need to create a submit button. I have created a button of type submit with the value as add employee to department. Now I need to select the employee, and I need to select the department in which I want to add that employee. Then once I click on add employee to department, a post request will get sent to same file, which is add depth emp file, which will insert the data inside the users table. So now we need to write that PHP code. Now here I am checking if the post request is successfully been made, then I will get department ID information and user ID information, and I will store that information inside this two variables, and then I will run an update query. Okay, because the user is already present inside this table, I just need to change the department ID of the user who has the user role ID 3. Okay, now you can see in this table right now nothing has been mentioned in the department ID section. That means so far I have not added this Scarlet employee to any department. Similarly here as well. Okay, so this Eric, Peter, Jack, Susie and Smith, I have not assigned them, or I have not added these employees into any department. That's why here 0 is present. Once I assign these users to various departments, then the number of the department started displaying inside this section. Now let's come here, and now I need to execute this update SQL query, and if the record successfully gets updated, then I will display a message as employee successfully added to the department. Otherwise I will display fail to add an employee. Okay, now I need to display these messages. To display this message, I need to iterate over this message array to display the messages on the screen. Okay, now let's save it and let's refresh the page. Now as you guys have seen that this is my normal employee Scarlett, so I will select Scarlett and I will select finance department, and I will add this employee to finance department. Now you can see it started showing me successful message, and now when I update, then you can see in the department ID column 1 is updated. That means the user Scarlett Joseph is now added to department whose department ID is 1, that is finance department. Like this we will add other employees as well to different departments. Okay, so now I have added all the normal employees to various departments. Now let's refresh the table, and you can see this first user has been assigned to department 1, and Eric is been added to department 2, Peter department 3, Jack department 4, Susie department 5 and Smith department 6. So now in this video we have seen how to develop the functionality of adding different employees in different departments. So I hope you guys have understood how I did this feature. So that's all for this video guys, and in my next video we will discuss about displaying all those employees on the right side of the admin's dashboard, exactly the same way how I have done here. So this kind of feature we will be going to discuss in our next video. So I hope you guys have understood, and I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.